think it was 1 or 2 months ago that Optimum Tech, he uploaded a video talking about like his audio setup that he was going to be using for like his headphones, his DAC, his mic, stuff like that. Basically, we're going to be doing that. Not to the same like extent, but yeah, my own style, obviously. But this video was inspired by the way that he did it. I thought it was a really cool thing, and yeah, figured more tech YouTubers should probably do that, because I'm sure a lot of people are curious, because I know we review a lot of headphones and mics and all that good stuff, and it's nice to know like just what people's preferences are. Like after I'm done with the review, what do I go back to? That's what this video really is. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Too Much Tech, and in today's video we're going to be going over what I use in my personal audio setup, and specifically for gaming. We're going to be looking at 3 things, of course, today. The first of which is going to be the Monolith M570 planar magnetic headphone from Monoprice. This is my current new favorite pair of headphones. Then powering that is going to be the FiiO K5 Pro DAC. It's an all-in-one like DAC, amp, blah, 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 something like that. And it's a pretty good price too, and it's pretty powerful. And then for my microphone setup, I'm going to be using the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus for a very simple plug and play setup. So first, let's go ahead and jump into the headphones. Big shout out to Monoprice. They actually sent over these headphones, I think about 2-ish months ago. It might actually be a little bit longer. I've been using these for a while, but I've been figuring out what way I want to do this video. But I digress. The M570 planar magnetic headphones. These boys they're not light, but they're not hefty either. Like they're not huge. They're very comfortable, padded very well all around the headphones. So at the top, on the ear cups, everything is all padded, and the movement range of the headphone is very, very good as well. You can definitely tell that for the $300 price tag, comfort is probably the top priority next to sound quality, because these are some of the most comfortable headphones that I've worn in a while. Inside the box, you do get a pretty nice carrying case, a very, very nice braided cable that I wish was 3.5 millimeters instead of 2.5 millimeters, but it's not that big of a deal. The cable is actually very nice. I believe there's a 1/4 inch adapter in the box as well. I pulled it out of the box a while ago. And then that's pretty much it. The unboxing experience was very simple, to the point, nothing overly crazy, and it was very adequate. So if you happen to want to store these, just throw it back in the carrying case, because it is pretty nice. Now back to the headphones. I said that these are a planar magnetic headphone. So what that means is basically got like a planar magnetic driver. I don't know all the specifics of it, but there's something in the headphone, it's like magical, where you get a little bit of a slam effect when you get a bass hit. So it improves your bass response by quite a bit without being overpowering, I'll say. Like it's very tight and controlled. So I like these because these are open back headphones, so your sound stage is very large, but you still get very precise bass like you would from a closed back headphone. And because it's not a closed back headphone, you don't get a lot of that bass resonance either, that it kind of sticks around for a little bit longer. Even if it's just a couple milliseconds, it's just very tight and controlled. That's all I'll say about the bass response, but otherwise, the rest of the sound range is very good. The sound quality to me is very similar to something like the DT990s, but a lot better, clearer, more accurate. But at the same time, the sound is a little bit more fun, and it sounds a bit more warm as well, because I felt like the DT990s were kind of sterile, and to get it to sound what I would say is good, you have to kind of tweak it quite a bit, where these, very minimal tweaking. If anything, I left most of the dynamic range alone, and I added just a little bit more bass so that it would be a bit more fun. To do the little bit of customizing that I did, I used equalizer APO with the Peace EQ thing. I'll leave a link to it in the description, but it's like another interface for equalizer APO, and it makes it much easier to use. And I only did minimal tweaking. Honestly, I have a couple different presets that I use for like when I'm just gaming, listening to music. If I want a little bit more treble or a little bit more bass, I have a few different presets that I use. I'll throw a couple up right now of some that I use on a regular basis. So if you want to try them out for yourself on your headphones, or even if you choose to pick up these headphones, you can. In terms of design, it's very premium. So you've got leatherettes, you got a little bit of cloth, and you've got metal. There's hardly any plastic on this headphone. For $300, honestly, that's actually pretty good for build quality. These ear cups are incredibly adjustable. You know, the adjustment bands are very large, so even if you have a big head or a lot of hair or whatever, you'll be able to get to fit your head. And then the ear cups themselves pivot and swivel, so you can get it literally the perfect seal on your head. And the ear cups are one of my favorite parts. So these are just incredibly plush. You've got this little bit of cloth-ish material right here on the part that actually touches your face, and then you have ventilated leatherette around the side. So surprisingly, even though it seems like it would get hot and irritable, it actually doesn't. And you got that same, looking at the outside of the ear cup, you see this nice little wood grain detail. It's a very, very dark brown and black wood grain, and it looks really cool. On top of the driver, you have a faceplate with the Monolith logo. And yeah, pretty much all I have to say about these headphones, the M570s from Monoprice Monolith, long name, but some of my favorite headphones of the year that I've tried. These are 110% my main for gaming. Honestly, I thought that I was gonna main the HiFi and Sundara that I got, I want to say back in June. I thought I was gonna main those for like everything, but they're just a little bit too big. They sound great, and I would prefer those for just music listening. These do everything well that the Astro A40s that I love do, the DT990s that I like do, and the HiFi and Sundara is everything that I love about those. These do 80% of the capacity very, very well. And they're about $50 to $80 cheaper as well to the HiFi and Sundara, so I would rather get these if I could only have one pair of headphones. Next, that was a little bit long-winded. I probably talked a bit more about those than I thought I was going to, but it's okay. They're a good headphone. Let's talk about what we use to power those boys. So we use the FiiO K5 Pro. It is a solid state amp. Basically just means that there's no moving parts. It's just a PCB inside of a box, and that's pretty much it. It is encased in aluminum, and the build quality is pretty good. I'm not gonna say like it's amazing or stellar or whatever, but I don't really mind because it's just sitting on my desk. And I picked it because one, it's pretty powerful. I haven't had issues powering anything up to this point. I'm gonna say that it's not necessarily the loudest, but when you max out the gain, you probably don't want to be listening to whatever material that you're listening to or watching or content you're consuming or whatever. You don't want to listen to it at max volume. You never do, you never should, or else you'll just be deaf. Do I wish that it had a little bit more power? Maybe, but not really, because I would never use it at that higher end anyways. Like some people, they say that power is just nice to have. Yes, but the thing is only 180 bucks, and I would probably use like a $500 or $600 headphone max in terms of like testing the limits. If I'm gonna spend any more than that, I might as well just get a better DAC while I'm at it. But so far, all the headphones that I've tried with a 32 ohm impedance like the M570s or a 250 ohm impedance like the 990 Pros, it's all worked very good. I haven't had any issues in terms of like adequately powering a headphone. It all sounds good, and I don't really feel like I'm missing anything by not having the volume maxed out or beyond what it could go. There is no software for the FiiO K5 Pro. That's why before, like I said, I mentioned I use the piece equalizer with equalizer APO, and I like it because the controls are very simple. There's one knob on the front to control the volume, and that's pretty much all I need. Other than that, there's the 1/4 inch output on the front. You got two knobs. One is for your source and one is for the gain level, which you have 3 gain levels. Then in terms of input on the back of the device, you've got RCA in and out, you got USB in, you got coax in, and you got digital optical in. So you got quite a few ways to input your signal. Personally, I just use the USB through my computer. It's just really easy. Plug it in, it works. It's recognized instantly, and that's pretty much all I need. But for a solid state USB box that sits on my desk and gives me good sound quality, and it's only 180 bucks, it's actually not bad. I like it quite a bit. And then last but not least, for my mic solution, I use the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus on the Blue Compass mic stand. And I just like it because it's a very easy setup. It's USB, again, plugs right into my computer, plug and play setup, no software, no nothing. I just plug it in, picks up in game, picks up in Discord, and that's pretty much all I wanted. It works seamlessly. Now, I used to have a Blue Yeti and Snowball like long ago, and the things that I hated about those mics is just that it picks up way too much. Like the audio quality from them is very good, but it's not targeted or isolated. Yes, it has the little knob on it that you can change the recording pattern of the microphone, but it's just nice to have a cardioid mic where you speak into one spot directly on the mic, and it doesn't capture nearly all of your background noise. It still is very good at picking up background noise, but it doesn't get absolutely everything from every direction. Because I felt like with the Blue Snowball, if I had to quickly record anything, I had to do way too much work in post to clear out the rest of the unwanted background noise. Where with this, I don't really have to worry about doing that. If I gotta record a quick commentary, I can. And other than maybe boosting the gain and boosting the bass maybe a little bit if I want my voice to sound a little bit more boomy. That's pretty much all I ever do in post. I never have to do a ton of crazy background removal or anything. And then in game, in Discord, everybody says that my mic sounds good, and everybody asks me what mic I'm using. So me, honestly, I never really hear the mic that much because I'm just using it to talk into it. And other than me recording anything, I don't really listen to it. All right, guys, so this is just a quick test of the Audio-Technica AT2020 USB Plus. I'm actually not sure if this mic is discontinued or not. I bought it like, I want to say about 3 years ago, and it is a really, really good mic. Personally, I'm not really looking for an upgrade or to set up like an XLR setup or something like that because it's just too complex, and I'm trying to have actually less wires on my desk, believe it or not. And a mic wire I don't really see much value in, so I need them to be as least amount of mic wires as possible while still maintaining the most amount of quality that I can get for the setup that I'm using. So let me know in the comment section below how you guys think this mic sounds. Are you interested in it? Are you gonna look for one on like eBay or another site other than Amazon or something like that? Because I'll have a link to it below, but I'm not sure how easy this will be to find. But I'm sure somebody's selling it out there. If you can get it for around, you know, 120 to 150 bucks for the mic alone, I would say that that's a pretty good price. I think about 3 years ago, I paid $150 for this microphone, and it's treated me very well. No issues, no nothing. I personally think it sounds great. If everybody else is wondering what I'm using and they're like, dang, that sounds really good, you should probably see if you can find one of these in stock because I can't find them anymore. I think it actually might be discontinued. So yeah, good luck finding it. Couple quick thoughts on the Blue Compass mic stand. It's okay. I don't love it. I thought that it was gonna be a bit more of a premium feel, but honestly, it just feels like cheap aluminum or plastic or something like that. It's not the best. It's not the best. Now, it's pretty adjustable and it's all right, but it's not as smooth as I thought it was going to be. And the setup was kind of weird, like you had to twist these little knobs and everything on it. I don't know. It's $100. I kind of regret spending $100 on it, but I couldn't find it any cheaper anywhere else. And I wanted a decent looking mic stand aesthetically that was able to hide the cables. Unfortunately, this is kind of able to do that, but some of the little plastic tabs actually don't really go back in that well, so that kind of sucks. But anyways, that is my headphone DAC mic setup that I use for gaming and even a little bit of, like I said, like music listening and stuff like that too. I do have other headphones that I use for listening to music and watching videos and stuff like that, but half the time I don't even bother switching to them because the sound qualities between them is very similar, so I don't get a huge upgrade from swapping, at least for now. We'll see if I try something better. I'm curious to try the I think it's the M1070s from Monoprice as well. Maybe I'll check those out in the future as well. So huge shout out to them for sending out the M570s for review. If you guys want to buy them, I will have the link in the description below. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks again for tuning into the video. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Even more content coming out very, very soon and you don't want to miss it. If you guys get any other questions or you want some recommendations just for audio gear, monitors, keyboards, mice, whatever the case is, feel free to drop a comment below or join my Discord channel as well to easier get a hold of me and everybody else that is in the Discord channel, because we all talk about tech like 24/7. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next video.